Okay, everybody. Hey, welcome, everybody. That's right. Here we are, another episode of Point of Impact Raw. That's right here, Duffy's Lane with my main man, Levi. Y'all know what we do, man. Lee, you look good, baby.
Appreciate
Like
you.
always, man. You know what I'm saying? All praise and thanks belongs to Allah God. We're so thankful to be here today. Being able to join you guys, it's been a shifty morning for us, a shifty day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Getting things done, because we're working with the kids at Lake Taylor High School. And we're putting on a talent show with them, and man, it's getting ready to be awesome. You know what I'm saying? And you guys get out there. There's going to be tickets sold. I think the tickets are $15 or $10.
Wow.
But of course, all proceeds go to the kids and the well-being of the school. You know what I'm saying? And we're just striving to do something magnificent. The theme of the talent show is "Everybody Matters," which was a title taken by the students of Lake Taylor, their state championship football team.
Okay. Wow. State champions.
Yeah.
Lake Taylor. What city is that? Norfolk.
That's Norfolk. Yeah.
Awesome. Beautiful.
Yeah, the Titans. Go Titans. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to Dr. Stacy Lavinia Armstead. Man, big ups to her and the whole school there. They are wonderful staffing.
Yeah.
Wonderful people. Dr. Jenkins is doing a wonderful job, and she's just killing it there.
So how did you guys get the opportunity to be part of that event?
Well, I was mentoring some of the guys on the football team with Yes USA.
Okay.
Community United Focus teamed up with them to mentor the football team. And, they had like an incident, a big brawl there that took place back, I think in like November or somewhere around that area.
So there's an issue with violence there.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was. I don't think it's an issue of violence there. I think it's just kids.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They got into a little community brawl. It got out of hand.
Right.
And so at that moment, we realized, what can we get the kids to do to bring about a solution? And so the kids I was mentoring on the football team, big up to Damu and all the brothers on the football team, man. They came up with the idea to have a talent show.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So is it open to just the students at the school? Is it a citywide thing? How does
Yeah,
it work?
we're getting ready to release a flyer out to where you can go ahead and get your tickets online. You know what I'm saying? Because the tickets will have to be electronically monitored, but it'll be online. We should be dropping that flyer coming out possibly by next week, within the next 10 days. I know that. Okay. But it's definitely going down. We just had, that's why I was a little late running. We're doing the auditions and things like that.
Very cool.
And man, I can't wait for you to come down and join us, when we do the podcast there, hopefully next week,
So what kind of talent is going to be there? Is it going to be singers or what's going on?
Everything that you can imagine.
Okay.
Whatever the kids have talent in, we want them to bring it out. We
You
even
ever
have,
showcase it for the public. Okay.
yeah, it's not about who's going to be the winner. It's just about the kids getting exposure, community, exposing themselves, being open and vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah.
It's got to be pretty cool because, in 20 years, 30 years, these kids are going to remember that.
Exactly.
And, you guys get to be a part of it. So it's
Exactly.
really cool.
Exactly.
I'd love to actually step back into the mentorship that you were speaking of. I'm curious what lessons the youth are most eager to learn. Like what lessons are they asking the most questions about? What do they want to learn?
Well, a lot of the youth today want to learn how to make money.
Yeah, especially what works.
Right.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I try to fuel them into understanding is, what good is money going to do if your heart is not in the right place?
Right.
You know what I mean? So the first thing we strive to do is work on the kids softening their hearts, learning to love themselves and love others, and most importantly, to treat people the way that they want to be treated. You know what I mean? And so we begin there, and that's the process. Most importantly, I love what you just said, though, is really, really understanding what it is that they desire.
Right.
What are their goals?
It's hard to change a young man's mind.
Can't.
You know what I mean? It's really hard.
Well,
but,
I don't agree with changing. I believe in the psychology of the heart over the mind.
right.
Because once you change a person's heart, now where the desire lies, that heart, is what feeds the brain.
And let me step into that as well, because treating people right and building a community, that's like innately within us. Learning to value money is a learned behavior. That's something that society has taught us, and it's already in us to love other people. So we just have to unlock that, essentially.
That's right. And understanding what that means, like the impact that it has. You know what I'm saying? A unified community is not easy to come upon, but it is easy to accomplish if the people work together. And that's basically what we're doing with those kids. I love them. Go Titans. You know what I'm saying? And big ups to all the high school kids in the Norfolk and Tidewater area. You know what I'm saying? I think these kids get a raw deal sometimes because the slightest incident, everybody gets their wigs blowed up and they start acting irrational. But kids are being kids. They're learning and navigating their way through things, and it's up to us to be there, to be that light that beams away.
Right.
And
be an example, because there's going to be opposition no matter where you are
all
in
over,
life.
all over.
You can make changes to put yourself in a better environment, but still there's going to be obstacles. There's going to be people that disagree with you, and if not, that means you're just not doing anything. You're not doing anything with your life.
That's
you know what I mean? If no one's disagreeing with you, no one's giving you issues, you just aren't being. I guess you aren't really putting your effort out there yet.
Exactly. And that's what it's about. Just empowering these children.
Yeah.
Empowering these youth, man, to realize their worth and get involved and be more articulate in how they do things, and instead of just always following the negative things, and really understanding what it is to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? Because as we are leaders leading leaders, big ups to Men's Group and Community United Focus, big ups to Duffy's Lane and all the people we partner with, that's because that's what we're about. You know what I'm saying? So
how would you tell them, or how would you teach them to become a leader?
Well, I don't think you can tell someone how to become a leader. Right. I think that starts with your example. Right. Leadership is not something you tell people. Right. It's not something you direct people in attaining. Yeah. I think it's through your example being exemplified. And once you exemplify it, you know what I'm saying, then the individual can see how, if they were presented with a certain situation, a circumstance, yeah. I can remember how, Brother Malie handled that. I'm a, apply it in the same manner, but in my way. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about. Being an example. How do you see? How would you go about presenting leadership to someone? What would be your method?
I would have to agree. It's not something that I would teach someone just how to be a leader. I would say step one is take action and see if people follow. I would say that's how you become a leader. Go out there and make moves in the community, and if people connect with your vision, they'll follow you.
Yeah.
If you're doing good and transparent.
That's see why I met. This is my dude right here.
I got to sneeze.
This is okay. Sneeze. Alhamdulillah. All praise to the Lord. May Allah rectify your affairs, brother.
All right, we're going to have to cut. All right, we're back.
Yes. So that leadership is key. Yeah. And people need to understand that everybody possesses the ability to be a good leader, just like everybody possesses the ability to be a good follower.
Yeah.
There is no great leaders unless they first trained how to be great followers.
Right. Not everybody can be a leader also. And there's still a role that you can play in society in making a difference without being the leader that's in the front of everybody and everyone knows their name. You can still be a supportive role, and that's still significant. That's
still leadership, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everybody can't be the one out front.
Yeah. What I mean by not everyone can be a leader is not everybody can be the president of an organization. Not everybody can be the person that calls every shot.
Right.
But you can still be a supportive figure and make an impact.
Yeah. And that right there is key. Because, we always tend to think that if we're not getting the limelight, that we're not being recognized, or we're not being impactful, or we're not being noticed. That's not what it's about. You know what I'm saying? And
I'll be honest, limelight and that kind of attention, I honestly believe it's overrated. I haven't really gotten to that level to where I get that kind of attention. I've never been in the limelight, but I tell you what, even just scratching the surface of a little bit of attention on you, and you just have so much advice given to you, so many people telling you should be going a certain direction, so many people are doing something wrong or how they would have done it better. if you're really wanting to become a leader, I would say be patient and take consistent, consecutive action. And
Be
see if
consistent.
it's even something that you want. You may become a leader and find out, wow, this is just more complex. I'd rather just help in other ways. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you might see yourself like, you know what, I'm going to play the background on this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna fall back on this. I'm gonna let them go ahead and lead on that, and that's leadership in itself too.
Yeah.
You know, being a good follower is very, very important. One of the things that I love about men's group and everything that we do, and most of the people we affiliate with, we're all, you know, we can listen to each other.
Right. And you're building off of each other.
Yeah, we're not caught up in, yo, man, wait, hear me. You know, it's like, nah, let me hear what you're saying. You know what I mean? And that's what's so significant about the people that I surround myself with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why me and Levi, I think we have a profound relationship because I don't have a problem following his lead. He doesn't. Matter of fact, I don't even think we talk about it.
Yeah,
we just do.
We don't really do. There isn't really much following the lead.
Yeah.
We just come in
We
here.
just come and do what we
get to work.
do. Yeah.
He does give me like the creative freedom to kind of set things up. But I mean, other than that, we're just
Man, we just do what we do. And he gives me the creative freedom to just be me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I love that. And I think that's something that people can really take from if they sit back and observe us in action. But join us next week because we will be doing a really, really important interview where we'll be down at Lake Taylor interviewing some of the staff that are putting on this event for these kids. And I think it's going to be very imperative for us to just have this conversation because a lot of times we hard on these staff people down there, the administrative people at these schools, man.
They've got a hard job, an important
bro,
job. Yeah.
It's like people don't really understand like how we beating these people up who are raising our children.
Right. You know, and I think about this a lot in my older age. I don't want to say older age, but ever since I hit about 30 years old, I realized how poorly I treated my teachers back in the day. I really think it was really just an issue with authority that I had. But I was pretty rude to my teachers and when I was in middle school and high school, and I think that was pretty immature. And anybody that's in that position, maybe you're in middle school or high school right now, and if you are just being a nuisance in class and being disrespectful,
It's whack.
I think you'll gain some maturity and some perspective later in life, and you know, maybe get started out.
Being responsible later in life, but a lot of times, guess what? You could be responsible early in life if you just grow up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Stop acting like I hate treating the kids or should I say the youth like children, like babies. You know what I'm saying? I like to give them some responsibility.
And you know, I want to back up too because I think a lot of my issue was really just arrogance. You know, I really believed when I was in high school, I thought I was smarter than every one of my teachers. I really did. And I kind of lost respect when I would know things I didn't know about a subject. And I think now, number one, I definitely know I wasn't smarter than all my teachers. But number two, I realized that they really took those jobs because they really wanted to have an impact on the youth. They really wanted to.
Bro.
So that's really where it's coming from now. It's like, man, they took that job, that responsibility. To guide
That's
children.
respect, bro. I love the way you accountable for that. Yeah, I love that, man. A lot of people, we don't have the strength to come back and just apologize, and recognize where we were wrong at. And I think a lot of us could have learned from that moment right there, because so often, we're making these moves in life, hurting people.
Yeah.
And we never turn around and say, hey, you know what? I was wrong in that period of my life and how I was behaving. I got to check myself. You know what I mean? And I want to apologize to anybody who may have, and I'm sure, imagine some teacher somewhere is going to be like, oh my God, that's Levi. And then they hear you say
they would have known me as Taylor back then.
Taylor.
By the way, if anyone doesn't know, my first name is Taylor.
Taylor, yeah.
I've went by Levi for the past 4 or 5 years. I think it's so much more clear, concise, and I just like the name Levi. It's pretty cool.
Okay, I like Taylor too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like Taylor. But I didn't know that. But yes, we have a lot going on. Before we go I just want to say big ups, and I want to send out a lot of love to Israel and his family and his sister Sonia and Dakina. They were in a horrible car accident.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they were in a car accident. Good news is everybody survived. Of course, they're licking their wounds right now, but we give praise and thanks to Allah, God that they're healing and they're alive. You know what I'm saying? So we just want to show that love to the family.
Because they're wonderful people in the
Yes,
community and just
yes.
individually as well.
And I just want to send love to Tina and the family. You know, Tina Wilson, who's my wife. I hope she's feeling better in Green Bay. And just know that things will get better. Stay strong. We're here. We're praying for you. And, you know, anybody else who's going through anything out there with their family suffering, we want to send you well wishes and love. And we just want y'all to know, like, just let us know the prayers will go up. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I
And
also want to
anything
touch
we'll do.
back on the event you had. It was on Friday, correct? At Gather.
Gathers. Oh, man, yo.
I missed it, by the way.
Woo! We had our 4th annual criminal justice. Man, we gotta get Ramin Fatihi down here, man.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta get the Commonwealth Attorney Ramin Fatihi, man. That's my guy. That's my dude. Like, I've never met a more, man, upright politician in my life, bro.
Right.
This guy is not a politician. He is truly a people's
He's a human
people.
being.
Yeah,
Human
he's-
being first.
Yeah, man. And big ups to Shaniqua. Shaniqua, I love you, sis. You know what I'm saying? Bradford, you know, who is my she's also my supervisor and my coach. And yo, they killed it. They killed it. And
So, what was the topic of the conversation?
the
there?
topic was mental health, the impact of mental health within DOC, and the impact that it should imply upon those who are returning citizens, and what we should be doing. It was narrated, basically themed by the loss of life of a suicide victim, our brother Sincere, who's a dear advocate of returning citizens and with reform.
And I remember you sharing, he endured terrible pain, obviously through his incarceration.
Yeah.
But he made it through all of that, and he took his life, sadly, after being in the free again.
Yeah.
So it's devastating news.
Well, that's because a lot of times because you attain breaking one boundary doesn't mean you're free from other boundaries.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, it's deeper than what we initially see of people who are returning home to the free society when you've done 23 years, as Sincere did in prison, and then to come home and battle with just trying to get your life restored, be a father, be a man, and be a husband, and be a son to your parents.
Right.
Trust me, I struggle with the same struggles every day, and the contemplation of suicide does enter into your thoughts, but it's like some of us find that strength to evade it. And we reach in a bag, and, we reach into that bag of support. Well, Sincere, sadly, I can't explain why, but he wasn't able to do that. And I'm about to get emotional, but I'm gonna hold on. But I'm grateful that we were able to, man, we had a wonderful event, man. Big ups to Veronica, man, who hosted the event. Veronica Bruni, who is our director of programs, who we are looking to, I'm looking to move her up to COO, Chief of Operations, because she's dynamic.
Okay.
Yeah, her, and then
Good stuff done.
Yes.
Effective, efficient.
Oh man.
Okay.
And big ups to April Johnson, man. April, man, hosted. She was the moderator. Wonderful job. April is so poised.
Right.
She's
Well, that's like right in her wheelhouse.
yeah.
She knows deeply about these issues.
Yeah, she's such a beautiful example of advocacy for mental health, and then of course we had, I want to give a big shout out to our brother, man, Roger, man, what I'm saying, Squeezy, what's up, baby? Roger put it down, man, and I'm looking for him to come in and take over the director of programs job. But I got to give a big shout out to no other than Zoe. Alfonso, man, Alfonso Evans, man, Zoe, who is our treasurer, who is also co-founder of Men's Group. Man, Zoe is just an amazing guy, and laying down to make sure that everything went wonderful that they.
Creating a framework for it.
Yes.
Okay.
And so
We got to get you in here, brother. One day.
yeah. Zoe missed 2 points already.
he definitely won't need a booster seat.
Yeah, no. Zoe's pure basketball height. You know what I'm saying? And but Zoe is an amazing guy, very talented jeweler, one of the few black jewelers in the area. Very successful in his. Matter of fact, you can check him out at The Real Jeweler. That's the name of his business.
He's always putting out information too, helping the community. I think he's
all day.
Like I've seen him mentoring kids at other schools around the area too. He's definitely a prolific guy for sure.
Yeah, that's my dude. But again, we got to get. I'm gonna get Ramin and Shaniqua Radford. We're gonna get them in here. Man, woo! I mean, man, it was an amazing event. Just to be able to do what we were doing. And to talk about some of the issues that we talked about. Because a lot of people don't understand that when you talk about mental health, I mean, that's a separate conversation from mental illness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people get it mixed up, you know, like getting your mental health is important for you to treat and be aware of when you see yourself falling into depression. It's just like when you see yourself catching a cold. You know what I'm saying? You know what things to do to remedy that. Well, when you see yourself falling into a state of depression, you need to know what things to do to remedy that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
what the triggers are, what to stay away from as well.
Exactly.
It's like a broken leg versus keeping your legs healthy. You know.
Exactly.
Or your body in general healthy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we really want to shine light on that, and we did. We had a wonderful conversation about what we would like to see coming to, you know, society. We're pushing a new bill, though, that will be supporting those type of initiatives for returning citizens to receive mental health treatment.
Let's hear about the specifics of the bill. So what is it? What's it doing?
The bill is called the Virginia Returning Citizens Barrier Removal and Fair Integration Act. And what we want to do is get the barriers removed. You know what I'm saying? That these people can't get jobs of opportunity to progress, get the proper education, proper housing.
I got some questions for you, brother.
Come on.
So when it comes to these barriers of getting people back into society, I know there's a lot. I know that some are more impactful than others. But what would you say is like the quickest one? If there was like 2 or 3 that we could solve really fast, you know, there's less barriers to actually solving it. What are those issues?
I don't think there's no quick ones to solve.
Is there a quickest among them?
I don't honestly. No.
They're all
because when you see what may be soft on me,
right,
may be hard on another individual. Where housing is not an issue for me,
right,
but it might be a real issue for this individual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they may have you know, depending on the status of their charge, right, you know, what the charge is. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But you know, healthcare, you know, things like that. You know, getting a job. You know, there's now for me, there are certain tasks that I think getting the background removed so that I can get a proper job. To me, is really important. You know what I mean?
So let's dial in on that one. So you're saying, like, especially if someone was falsely incarcerated and then like exonerators, is that the correct word, exonerated?
Yeah.
But then either the people that are employing you still have access to those records, and to say, oh, well, we don't care if you were exonerated or whatever, you know, you went to prison for this, so it's over. We're going to hire somebody else.
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying?
And that's the type of situations. But not only that, when you think of like some of the charges people are placed in prison for, like 80-something% of the charges of people going to prison in the state of Virginia are circumstantial.
Right.
So it's not even hard factual evidence half the time. But, you know, I just would like to see there be some changes in more effort towards, instead of having barriers, create supervisions that help the individual versus putting barriers that take away from even granting them the opportunity to create change in their life.
And then even like you're doing now with your organization is trying to step back, hopefully way before these young men, or and of course the young women as well, but see if we can impact them before they ever make these bad decisions that lead them in those situations.
In the situation is, and that's the primary thing. Prevention, man. That's what we really working, and it's hard when you got a person. we're not all on the same level, man.
Yeah.
So, what I'm able to sustain, somebody else might not be able to sustain.
Yeah.
And when you got people struggling to try to get ahead in life, and then every time they try to take a step forward, you knock them back down for something that they've done years and years ago.
Yeah.
Makes,
and have already been held accountable.
They've
for
already
it,
been
though.
held, and you're
It's just
still
like,
punishing them.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, it's almost like when you sentence somebody, say, yeah, it's going to be 10 years in prison plus 30 years of struggling to
That's
get your
crazy,
basic needs
bro.
met, to still get food, housing, and water.
That's crazy. And that's the type of things that we're trying to remove. I've been, I haven't committed a crime in over 40 years.
Right.
So how do you justify?
Like, where are we supposed to go? Where's it supposed to go from here? How is it supposed to build a better life?
Like you didn't put a ceiling on me as an in my occupation. Sadly, I mean, I have the ingenuity and intelligence to move and do other things. But what if I really desired and relied on my occupation? Right. You're knocking me down when I've already served my time. I paid not only with my life and my time, but my family suffered. Right. You understand what I'm saying? And you can sit back all day and say that, oh, well, the individual shouldn't have did this or individual shouldn't have did that. Well, guess what? You would be amazed at how many people are under charges that are circumstantial, which are not necessarily evidence-based that they done a crime.
I would tell you what, my biggest criticism, well, I can't say the biggest, but one of the biggest criticisms I have of our Justice Department is our cash bail system and the negotiated plea bargain. So many people have a criminal record because they have to get out of jail. They're putting you in jail for 6 months waiting for trial, and you're just like, all right, I'll take the felony conviction so I can get out of here.
It's crazy that you mentioned that. That's crazy because we had a gentleman in his case. He literally was like, hey, man, I had to get to work. The judge told me, you know what I'm saying? So I went ahead and took the plea so I can get back to work because I had only 90 days. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's a horrific way that they're using leverage against people.
It's
you know
crazy.
What I mean?
That's debt peonage.
If you have a system, if you have a justice system, and it's dependent on how much money you have, that's how you get access to representation. That's how you get access to cash bail or whatever the case may be. Like, that is an unfair system to its foundation. And that's one of the things that we need to address.
Yeah, that's that debt peonage, man. That's what it is. And sadly, we have to get rid of that.
I want to double down that also, because I've had that conversation with people who disagree, but no one has ever presented that proof. If anybody on earth has proof that the amount of money you make has no effect on your experience in the criminal justice system, I would love to see that proof. Show me that it doesn't matter if you have enough money, you can get the same lawyer. I don't think that's true. I believe you have to pay for a better lawyer. I don't think if you don't have enough money to afford bail, I believe you have a different experience of getting out and accepting negotiated plea bargains. I think if you have enough money getting out, you don't have to worry about getting a job if you have a whole bunch of money stacked up and a lot of connections.
Ooh, yes.
I think there's so many issues connected with money that it's just a foundational principle within our justice system. I think it's an issue.
Yeah, man, I agree with you. Well, I agree with you. And matter of fact, we need to revisit that conversation. Yeah. Matter of fact, we need to bring the bill in here. I'm going to see if we can't get Jackie Glass in here maybe to talk with us about that bill.
Yeah, fun.
Well, we've run out of time.
Yeah.
And we're here at our moment. But I want you guys to join us because next week we'll be definitely going to check out the Titans, see what they're doing. And then hopefully we're going to have some people like Ramin Fadi, he will be coming in here. Shaniqua Radford will be coming in here. Definitely going to be hollering at Jackie Glass to get her in here. We're going to definitely, I'm trying to get, because we have a few people running for office. And I'm trying to get
which cities?
Norfolk.
Okay.
I'm trying to get John Page to come back up in here and talk to us a little bit about what he's doing.
I want to get back out in the streets too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we can hop back out in the streets.
Yeah, because it's definitely back that time.
Yeah, I mean, we were in here all winter because it was 30 degrees outside, but now it's 60s.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. So we're gonna be coming to your neighborhood near you.
Yeah, come
look out for us, all right? So look, guys, we love you. This is what it is, Point of Impact Raw with your guy, Derek Manhaj, Malie and Hansford, along with the wonderful Duffy's Lane production, baby. I love my peoples, man. Yo, that's right, Taylor Levi in the place, y'all.
Just Levi.
just Levi.
Unless you know how to fight.
Oh, no. I don't know. Some of you ladies might get away. You know what I mean? Some of you ladies might get away. And if anybody agrees with me, if you feel, I want y'all to look at Levi real quick. What do you see differently?
Oh, I didn't even show him. Look at this.
Look at this, guys. It'll cut his hair, man.
I have a couple more scars than I didn't know I had.
It's gonna cut his hair, man.
You know why I cut it, right?
Why?
I cut it with my cousin. She has she has cancer.
Nah, big ups. Big ups. Yo, love that, bro.
Yeah, deeply love my
Give
cousin.
a shout out to her, man.
Yeah.
Give a shout out to
Angela Fraser from Young's Park.
Angela Fraser, big ups to Young Park, yo. We love you.
One of my closest family members. We live together with in several different points in our lives, but a very, very important person in my life. So I shaved my head with her.
We love you, sis.
Yeah,
All right, we praying for you, man. Allah rectify your affairs and heal you and grant you relief. Amen. Let's go, y'all. Everybody stay up out there. That's right. Take this time, man. Stop what you're doing and do something, man, that will benefit you in this life and in the hereafter. And something that will benefit your family and most important, your community, man. Take care of you and let's take care of each other. Love y'all, man. See you later.
Love you. Take care.
That was hot.
Sweet.
That was sweet.